Kendra, and I'm here with another project in my series 31 Projects in 31 Days. A Vlogtober series where I take something crafty and make it into something crafty, or I don't know, craft something every day. So today's project is going to be a painted window for my porch. This particular window actually has kind of a story. So these windows all came out of my house. We replaced our windows, I don't know, a year and a half ago to like modern windows. So we have heaps and heaps of these, and I have been playing with painting on them. Now this one had originally had 2 panes of glass in it, and it was in the back of my car, and one day I was having a really bad day, and I happened to like hit a pothole and the bottom pane broke. So needless to say, the window breaking in my car made me super angry, because that's like the last thing you need in a bad day is to have glass break in the back of your car. Especially when you had plans for a double paned window. So basically what I have here is what was a 2-pane window, and 1 pane is missing down here, and this one is glass. So I printed out what I wanted to paint on it. I played around with it in InDesign and got it the right sizes I want and everything, and printed it out. That is a process in and of itself. Then I like to paint on the back side of the glass. That way I can still clean the glass. Some people paint just on the top, which is a very easy process. You just slide the paper underneath and paint over your design. But then your paint is on the top, so you can't clean these. But if you paint on the back side, which means you're painting in reverse, then you can still clean the glass. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clean the glass off really good. Then I'm going to put my pattern and I'm going to tape it underneath, just like it is right now. And I'm going to actually trace around it with dry erase marker and then flip it over. And then I'm going to paint inside the lines that I need to. First I'm going to paint the outline, because you have to go mirror image. So the thing that goes in the front of the image is actually the thing you're going to paint first, and then go backwards in layers from the front back, since you're going to be on the back of the glass. So I'm going to start by painting every day. Then I'm going to paint the outline for celebrate, and I'm going to paint in the word celebrate, and then do an entire coat over the whole thing. So I will show you those steps along the way. So as you can see, I've cleaned the glass and turned on the lamp above it, and I taped the paper to the back, and then I don't know if you can see the lines. I traced over the lines with a black dry erase marker. Now I'm going to flip it over and start painting. I finished doing the everyday, and I did that in this, which is English Navy. I really like the writing in not necessarily black, but like a super dark blue or a super dark gray. I found in doing several of these that I just like the way it looks better in the long run. But to contrast that, I did outline celebrate with jet black. And now I'm about to go in and paint in the letters for celebrate. I did take my hair dryer and go over this really good to make sure that everything is completely dry before I start messing with it. Otherwise, it'll sometimes lift the lines. And I am going to do celebrate in alternating yellow and green. And the yellow I'm going to use is called Golden Sunset, and the green is called Palm Leaf. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in. I did the words using a liner brush, and I'm going to use a round brush, I think, maybe a square. I'll check what I have and what size I like to fill in the letters, because I want something that's a little thicker to do that. Ta-da! It's done. I put the barn red on the background, turned it over, and I cleaned off the dry erase marker. I think it will look really nice on our porch. If you hold it up to the light, you can still it looks kind of funky. Let me show you. Like, you can kind of see the brush strokes and things. I don't know if you can see that on camera. But when you have it up against a wall, those don't show. I put, I believe, 4 or 5 coats of the barn red over the back. And at first 2 coats I did kind of around the letters, and then I did 2 or 3 coats that covered everything, including the letters that I had painted on the layer before. So it should mean that everything is in such a way that you can't see through it when it's on the wall. So there will be a part 2 to this project coming tomorrow or the next day when I show you what I'm going to do with this bottom section. I have a fun plan in mind, but we're going to let this kind of dry and cure so that I can hang it on the porch after I'm done with it. So here's what it looks like sitting up. I could have used a lighter color to write every day, but I kind of didn't want it to be like super obvious. I really just envisioned it being in blue. I think on our porch with the lighting and stuff that it will stand out the way that I'm looking for. If you would like to see the rest of the projects in my series, you can go ahead and check out the playlist on my channel where all of my Vlogtober projects are listed. And you can also go ahead and subscribe down below and you'll see my daily vlogs and the things that I'm up to in crafting. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye!